Join me in prayer. Lord of all wisdom, we thank you for the gift of your word. And as we think on these things, open our hearts and our minds to hear you. Amen. Please be seated. I want to tell you the story of Spruce, a baby grizzly bear from the forests of British Columbia in Canada. After spending the winter hibernating, Spruce and his mom came out of their den in search for food. Now, there's a lot that little Spruce didn't know about. He was a 1-year-old bear. And he had to learn a lot of things in the spring and in the summer months, right? How to fend for himself, how to find food, so that he could be prepared for the coming winter. His mom spent a lot of time teaching him the basics. She modeled everything for him. Which grasses you should eat, which berries were good for him, how to pay attention to the dangers all around. Now, the thing about Spruce is he was not used to doing a lot of hard work. He liked being able to eat from the mother's milk. He liked to take naps instead of searching for food. And so on one occasion, right, Mom was trying to teach Spruce how to dig for clams, which are rich in nutrients for a growing baby bear. It's not really that complicated, right? Smell around, right, in the sand, dig a little bit, then use your paws and teeth to break the clams open. And Mom tried multiple times to teach Spruce how to do this. And Spruce didn't want to learn. He wondered. He'd sort of get tired. He'd go and take a nap. He just wanted to have access to Mom's milk and take naps. Life was good. But Mom did not give up, and she kept insisting in showing Spruce how to get the clams until he could feed himself. And eventually he did. He learned how to feed himself. This story comes from the documentary Wild Babies on Netflix. And it's the stories of many animals and their lives and their stories and their struggles as they learn from birth until sort of adulthood. And the truth is that life is hard for animals. Whether they're dolphins or bears or lions or the elephants, any other number of animals, there is danger all around. And so learning, watching and learning from parents and from other members of the community is essential so that they can quickly observe and be alert, so that they can know how to feed themselves, so that they can grow. And the environment is very hostile for many of them. Watching and learning. Watching and learning. This is not just like, oh, let's go to school, you know. This is a matter of life and death. If you don't follow the example of the parents and the community members, you will die. Today, the church has this commemoration called Maundy Thursday. Maundy comes from the word mandatum, meaning commandment. And we remember that on the night before he was arrested, right, Jesus brought his disciples together and commanded them to love one another. As they were eating, he told them, "This bread is my body given for you. This wine is the blood of the new covenant." And then he took off his outer robe, grabbed a towel. I imagine that he rolled up his sleeves, knelt on the floor in front of each of the disciples with his little tray of water, and he washed their feet. And you might be sitting there thinking, gosh, I always dread this whole foot washing business. I got these big, ugly calluses I don't want anybody to see. Or I haven't showered yet. I've been at work all day, and my feet might smell. Or I think it's so gross touching other people's feet. I can barely touch my own. And so Peter, in the story, also found it strange, like some of us find the whole thing kind of strange. Maybe he wasn't thinking necessarily of the state of his feet and whether he'd gotten his pedicure that day, but he was definitely worried about the idea that his teacher, the Messiah, was going to kneel in front of him to do something so menial as washing his feet, something beneath his status. And Jesus interrupts his thinking and says, unless I wash you, you have no share with me. You are not following my example unless I can do this. Unless you let me, unless you're a part of this, you're not following what I'm trying to teach you. Just going away for a nap like Spruce. Jesus was emphasizing for Peter that what he was doing was an act of service, because in the kingdom of heaven, we don't rely on hierarchies like human kingdoms. That's what the Jewish people had been celebrating. Liberation from this oppressive government in Egypt, from enslavement, right? That's what all of this week had been about. And so they're remembering freedom, and Jesus is trying to remember, right? Liberation, freedom is not just so that then you can go and make new hierarchies with new people in charge. Your people, the ones who think like you, now they're in charge and they get to be on top of others. No, watch and learn. Watch me do this. Watch me, your teacher, kneel in front of you, take your feet, whether you pedicured or are stanky, and let me wash them. Let me kneel in front of you. Let me serve you. And then do likewise. Do likewise. We remember this story of this commandment that Jesus gives us, right? Like to love one another. But it's important on this day to remember the way he teaches us to love one another, by serving one another, even in ways that feel uncomfortable, in ways that sort of feel like they're crossing these boundaries, like, oh, no, I'm not meant to do that. I am not for that kind of work. No, we love and care for one another in the most needed ways, because that's what brings liberation. When I am able to kneel in front of you and take care of your feet, I'm able to show love in a way that is unlike any other way. Just like my mama wiping my butt when I was a baby. There's no love like that. There's no love like that. These are the ways that we demonstrate our love for one another, when we take care of one another, when we humble ourselves with one another, rather than making divisions. This one on top, this one better, this one more respect than the other. We can't look around the community and this nation and this world and sort of see the people who are good like me and the people who are bad. The people that don't belong, the people who are lesser than me. No. What Jesus invites us on this Maundy Thursday, the Thursday of the commandment to love one another, the commandment to remember Jesus and his work in the Eucharist, the commandment to serve one another by washing each other's feet, is this: look around the world. Look around the world and love the people by serving them no matter what. Kneel down in front of them, care for their feet, care for them. Even if it's messy, care for them. Try, get messy with them too. That is how we build the kingdom of heaven. That is true liberation, when we're able to see each other truly, humbly. Amen.